It's your favorite time again. Doom scrolling Twitter. What's going on in the current news, world events? This is the Doctor. Bitcoin plans shared in the thread below. Easy absorption. So, friends, this is our standard order block price action trading. This pretty much is a common way to just look at markets and stuff out here. So, pretty much, I guess, just shilling some sort of trading Discord group out here. Friends, I don't do any of that at all. And like it's for the one clear reason that I always have dreams of doing bigger and bigger size, and there's literally no faster way to shoot yourself in the foot than to tell 4,000 people where the buys and the sells that you'll be doing are, because whoever's got the fastest finger is going to start to thrash the liquidity first, and then suddenly your edge is gone. Right? A lot of these altcoins and Bitcoin and everything out here, that's what people end up doing, friends. Once they just have an edge, they'll just keep doing it until it goes away. So, but these people showing these big order blocks and things out here, a lot of it is 50-50. You got to remember, even though like we have ideas of like how things are going to play out, none of these are guaranteed whatsoever. And you can get pinged out before the thing pretty much goes on to continue as well. Another tweet. Trump made more than $57 million from token sales by the crypto venture he and his sons helped launch last year, according to federal financial disclosure forms from the White House. World Liberty issued 100 billion tokens, 22 billion went to them. So World Liberty Financial, friends, I think Trump owned 60%, the family, of the tokens. Now they're down to 40%. So they've sold about a third. So that might be like, okay, we're about a third of the way into the bull, even though like nothing's accelerated, right? Maybe later on they go down to like, instead of 40%, now they've got like 30 or 20%. It might happen. And then maybe at the like peak of euphoria, they get rid of like another 10% and they just own 10%. Maybe that's what it's ended up going to play out to be. That's one of my transparent prophecies. I think we're going to get to a point where we've come so far and the Trump family's actually been selling. And no one's pretty much scared because they're so optimistic about the future. But it will be our signal to exit. Bullish. Bitcoin open interest on Binance continues to drop post-Fed, signaling deleveraging and potential setup for a bullish reversal. Yes, but just be careful with the skitsy action. And by I mean be careful as in like don't commit to like this thing definitely needing to go up just in case, man. If you know, if we do go poke below that 100K, we need our mental capital and our energy. Ask yourself honestly, if Doge had 1 billion supply like pump fund coins, if it would be $24 right now. So I think what he's making to do, I think this account, I think he's a massive grifter. I'm not sure. I've just heard a lot of rumors out here, but what he's basically saying is if Doge had a unit bias problem, would it be $24? He says, no, the answer is no. You're all effing idiots for accepting this as a standard, which lowered ceilings and killed our dreams. Won't ever forgive you for this. So I hope it's a joke. Just yelling out into the ether space, no pun intended. Just yelling out to people. Man, we're all part of the business cycle. You're just yelling at the clouds here. So it's got nothing to do with that. I think you're not doing yourself any favor by thinking like this, thinking, oh, it's all used. Like, why are you angry at the world? But not surprised, right? There's a lot of red monthly candle vibes out here. So it's been leaking out even with the traders and the grifters out there, right? Please send all. A warning to institutions potentially rehypothecating or creating paper Bitcoin for the purposes of manipulating or suppressing the market price via margin wash trading. If an institution is caught, blah, 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 blah. So firstly, the people who are doing it aren't reading your tweets, number one. Number two, there's nothing you can do about it. And number three, everything in markets is manipulated to extent anyway. It's just that sometimes we get these unique experiences where things pump up to the heavens. Let's play some angel music for us. Floating up into the heaven. That's what we're waiting for, friends, okay? Yes, that business cycle, right? Remember, US Fed sent out Cockroach Waller out here. Oh, friends, a tweet from me has come up. Look at this guy. This guy is coming for your girl's Bitcoin. Watch out. Oh, man. Here's Captain RG3, our favorite pirate on Pulse Chain community, Sancho Crypto. So thank you very much to all the Cigar Babydolls out there as well in Pulse Chain community. Just as a friendly reminder, they did like a cute ode. Very, very thankful to me. So yeah, friends, we're all like holding the line, if you will, but it's also... the train is still on. Nothing has derailed. Yeah, it's been taking a long time. There's nothing we can do, friends. Trust me. you don't have to trust me. Okay, don't trust me. All right, don't trust me. If there was a button that the government could press to activate humans and a business cycle, it would have been pressed last year. They'd press it right before the election. Don't you think? And they'd get elected every single time. The same dude would keep getting elected, the same party. The truth is, the business cycle is a psychological phenomenon, just of how business, this is how it works. That's it. It is what it is, okay? So that's just what we have to deal with. And now we've had the downwards part of the business cycle, business ISM going down like what seemingly forever. Yeah, worse than 45 years, but there's nothing else we can do about it. Breaking new footage shows fire from interceptor debris on roof. Out here, is this out in Iran? So breaking, IAF strikes missile sites in central Iran. You know, friends, a lot of these videos as well, a lot of people doing really good AI. Like it's getting, you remember AI was like, oh, she's got 3 fingers. Right now, you got to watch it for 30 seconds and be like, oh, I spotted a pixel that was out there, dude. But look what it's doing. It's making you watch for 30 seconds. What's going to happen if we become like Blade Runner? And then we actually have like androids walking around. And like the only way to figure out if they're human, you got to speak to them. That's what they do in I don't know if you remember the movie Blade Runner with Harrison Ford. To find out if they're a replicant. Okay. Yeah, you got to, he interviews them. He interviews them for hours, okay? Just if you remember, friends, from Blade Runner, Replicate. So this will be why I'm even showing this is if AI keeps going the way it does and exciting people, right? This is what it's going to be like. So if I type in AI, Blade Runner, Replicant interview, this is it. So that's what they do. They put this camera to your eye, yeah, and then they ask you questions, and they see your response time, okay? Very interesting way to see if something's a robot or not. I think the robots, the replicants, they respond too fast. I think they respond too fast to stimuli. So they show you like, you know, like someone, like a caterpillar getting squashed and like something trying to hurt you. Like I guess we have a standard response time, and make the replicants, they're faster, how they respond. So, yeah, with AI, see how we're noticing that too. Like, oh, you can't make stuff that fast. It's interesting, man. It ain't so much science fiction. Alex Becker, as a man, you have already access to peak happiness. It's getting up at 4 a.m., pounding coffee, nicotine, then building and creating cool stuff. Then you hit the gym. That's it. If you can do that every day, you've already won. Let yourself be happy. Great, kind words from Alex Becker. You know Alex Becker, friends. He's got a golden deagle as well. So I know you're watching, Alex. Alexander, maybe I am. So depends what I do. When I take a break, I'll like watch different gaming videos. I watch like Asmongold and stuff like that. I wonder if like Alex Becker, he like just clicks on me. Like I'm like the side entertainment. That'd be funny. But yeah, friends, also, like, you gotta remember, look, the top 5 to 10% of people entrepreneurial spirit, they're gonna find their own way anyway. You know, they don't need, they're gonna watch one video that goes, wow, now thank you, I've changed my life, which, you know, is rare. It does happen, but it's rare. Most of you, you're working a job already. You're working a job. You actually have an asset. It's your hands and your feet, right? In a very family-friendly way, okay, because you're producing your labor units. So you can just allocate your units to long-term savings vehicles. Like before you figure out what's a big business marketing, branding and stuff out here, your highest odds of winning is to do that, right? Because here's the thing, the best part is, look, the more you can save, the less asymmetric upside you need. You know, if you're only investing 1 month of living expenses into crypto. Let's say you need, let's say you know, one of those countries, you need $30,000 a year to live. What's 1 month? Like $2,500. If you are investing $2,500 into crypto, you got to do a lot of full-time work to try to get the asymmetric upside, and it's literally near impossible. Too many tokens. Okay, that's why people, what we do is we don't just stop at 1 month living expenses. People go up to like 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. 1 year living expenses, right? They were like, whoa, now they've got the full 30 banger in. So then if they can get the asymmetric upside of 10 or 20x, they've literally changed their lives. They don't have to work for 10, 15 years. They can put that earn yield, and they can think about their next move later on, right? So that's what is applicable. That's the highest win rate for the most amount of people. Okay, so even though this advice is good, it doesn't, it's not really going to apply to everyone, but everyone still has to, you got to be aware of what you're aligning yourself with. Here we have this Scotty Boo Melker. Super intelligent CEO tells Scott Melker the Genius Act is a big win, but warns that merging it with the broader market structure bill could derail progress. So The evil genius stablecoin bill, friends, it's actually quite poop. It bans yield. It makes it super regulated in government. But are you surprised, bro? It's the government's currency. The government will be like, dude, we make this currency. Of course, we're going to make the rules. So we get it. We completely get it. I'm just telling you, we got other alternatives. Yeah, we've got other alternatives. Yeah, and like you can't go yell about it too much, like Pete. You can't. Just like Bitcoin. Did Satoshi go and yell about Bitcoin to the US government? No. He just said, hey, it's too early. Let it do its thing. That might be what's been playing out on Pulse Chain right now. This is so well put, and you see this with so many popular crypto founders, although it exhibits a bit differently since we have been around the block a bit. So guys, it's pretty simple. What Cluely is selling isn't a specific product. It's selling the dream of making fast money for young people in tech. Look at the premise. Cheating on a big tech interview and landing money. So a lot of these, everyone's trying to find their way. Everyone's trying to get rich. Everyone's literally losing their minds. I get it. It's been tough. This is funny. Consulting ChatGPT on advice to evade tax. It's funny. So some people, friends, have their Twitter style is they'll put like little line zingers. And they're cute and stuff, but like, you know, we're here for more. But they are cute from time to time to break it up, right? They do make you laugh and stuff out here. It might give you one of those nostril laughs, like you go, you know, those nostril laughs, and you just move on with your life. This is funny, friends. Thank you to Mr. Pulse Trenches who made this as well. This is appeared on my timeline. Imagine you're talking to a literal genius. Yeah, I wonder what it's going to say. Sommi! Show me the status of your nipples. And I'll send a selfie of it. Here you go. And they'll say, those are the rawest things I've ever seen. My gosh. My gosh. So, in that video, I was talking about AI when it becomes more sentient. Because here's the thing, it's like I'm thinking, what would actually blow our minds at this point? Apple, you've done 18 iPhone reiterations, right? What would blow my mind? Like I'm looking to, I want life-changing things. First things first, before AI, we have to contact the International Emoji Creation Center, wherever they are. And there's a few emojis I want them to put in for us. We've got to get a shisha emoji. There has to be a shisha emoji. Why isn't there a shisha emoji? Number one. Number two, there has to be a peg emoji. Why don't we have pegs? Now, we've got something else. We've got clamps. But that's extremely difficult for people. You can't just get everybody clamping their nipples on day one. Just actually clamping it into the table, right? So there's a few emojis we've got to get through. Then that's probably priority number one. Once we can get that, we can start thinking about AI in the future. But that's, you know, on a light note, friends, that's what would pump you mentally. When there's an actual robot and it's actually like nothing like you've ever experienced before. Smarter, faster, creates stuff, tells you stuff about your life. Right? It's like, hey, look at my conversations, tell me something interesting. And they're like, oh, did you know that, you know, they'll tell you that's what's going to happen. And they're like, oh, it's changing my life, it's changing my life. But right now, it's nothing. Right now, it's just coping. Sammy Chica, nothing is more manly than crying in public like a bitch. So this is Richard Hart, friends. Richard Hart made a very long post talking about, so if you want to know, he's pretty much, he's doing like a message towards Jim Rat, crypto, and other people saying, hey, prices are down because of the sellers, not because of the fundamentals. We're all still here. There's more sellers than buyers. Everything's down. You've heard all of that before. That's why I hope when I give you a bit of tang, a bit of spice, a bit of Pokeball friendship, told you it's a business cycle, man. Like no one controls the business cycle. But like if you want to make decisions in the world where you're never gonna optimize for like taking on risk in the future, well, you just pretty much, there's portfolios for that. Hold government bonds and just hold gold and do nothing, right? But we don't live in that world. We live in the world we want to dream for big things. Like, subscribe, Billy Button, all. Catch you soon.